What's going on, everyone? Georgia Dog Scrapper here. Well, I got up this morning kind of messing around in the yard. Wasn't able to do a whole lot. As y'all can see, I'm kind of dressed up a little bit. Lost a good friend of mine earlier this week, a bout with cancer. She went home to heaven, and so we had our memorial service today. So this is me dressed up. No hat, nice shirt. Now I've got black jeans on and everything. But yeah, afterwards I turned around and thought to myself, hey, you're out and about, why not ride a few streets? Well, let's back up. I was headed to the church, and lo and behold, I see 2 TVs, 2 vacuum cleaners. And I went on to the church, actually drove my wife's car, and afterwards I went back, I got my truck, and I went back. Well, still 2 TVs, 2 vacuum cleaners. I said, you know, hey, look, 2 TVs, 2 vacuum cleaners. That's money in the bank. And I decided, well, we'd ride around a few streets in the area just to see. You know, now's the time of the year, everybody's getting new appliances and TVs and things like that, so they're gonna start throwing the old ones out that don't work no more or whatever. Well, riding around, I found a small microwave, an old Brothers sewing machine, which I haven't scrapped one of those yet. It weighed about 15 pounds, I can tell you that one. So that's going to be coming in probably a video. But riding around a little bit more, I wound up finding a Bowscreen TV. Now the TV, 2 of the TVs, I can tell you, one's a Onan and one was a Samsung. The Bowscreen, I can't tell you what it was. I did not see a name on it. But it looks like it's either going to be a Panasonic or Samsung. Not sure. I did pick up something from work yesterday. I didn't video it. But it's not much in the way of electronics, as it's more shred. But it does have a battery, a power cord, and a motor, and a small circuit board. It's pretty much all it's got, but it's one of those carts that you see at the Walmarts or grocery stores. It quit working, and they didn't want to spend the money to fix it because it was old. It's probably about 10 years old, and they said that it would cost more to fix it than to buy a new one. So I got it. It's actually on the truck. I did not take it off yesterday. It's on the truck. So here I am. Truck bed's loaded. Okay. It has my work tools in it. It has this scooter in it. It has 3 TVs, a microwave, the Brothers sewing machine, and 2 vacuum cleaners, and a handful of circuit boards that I got from my job. So I did make contact with a couple of people. Ones that I knew, and I let them know that that I'm picking up stuff. And I told him I pick up anything from electronics, TVs, VCRs, DVDs, that type stuff, computers, laptops, tablets, old cell phones, all the way up to refrigerators. I did manage to get a yard that would take the refrigerators as long as I recovered the Freon out of them, and they were Freon free. So I've got a contact with a recovery person, and basically he wants me to have 10 units or more to come to the house, and he's only charging me $5 a unit to come, evacuate them, clear them, and then I can pull the compressors off of them. I don't know how it is in your area. If you can find a guy that has the ability to do that, to do it for the price I get. I basically told the guy that I would probably have about 40 to 50 units to do about every 4 months. So he turned around and told me if I have at least 10, he'll do them for $5 a unit. Well, I'm thinking that I'll put this stuff in my yard, my scrap yard, and I'll basically have everything separated to where, you know, there'll be window units and freezers and refrigerators. So I'll collect it for 3-4 months, and then I'll have him come and evacuate all of them. Y'all say, well, why are you doing that? That's going to be more money than what you can make on it. Yes and no. When you think about it, $5 per unit, I'll make that back on a per unit basis plus. So window units, you know, you got your ACRs, you got your compressor, you got your motor, you got your wire. Some of them got transformers. Refrigerators, you could have your compressor, copper wire. The older refrigerators may have, and I say may, don't take it as they do, but some older ones may have the cooling rack on the back that is copper. Some of them are steel. You just have to look at it. You have to take your file to it and see what you have. If it's steel, it's shred. If it's copper, remove it. Bam, you got, I think it's number 2 copper because it's going to be painted. So, you know, in the long run of things, you got your copper wire in them, so you could recover the copper wire. There's a lot of stuff you can recover out of certain things that require evacuation of the free refrigerant. Also, having that ability to have it recovered is in itself a good thing, because the deal I've worked out with him is, see, if he gets units, whether it's the big units or the small units, does not matter, if he gets those, brings them to me, I'm going to pay him to evacuate them, and then I'm going to take the unit, break it down, and scrap it. So, and on top of that, he'll provide me a 100% guarantee they've been evacuated. I'll also be able to scrap, because around here, if it deals with a refrigerant, you have to have a license to sell this stuff to a scrapyard. So he's going to provide the license for me to sell it to the scrapyard at no cost. He's going to give me the letter of guarantee they've been evacuated at no cost, other than me paying him $5 per unit. And I get all the money off of everything that's scrapped. So when you look at it on a full house system, you have the outside condenser unit, which is a ACR with copper and motor and compressor. The inside unit has a motor, an A coil with copper. You got a bunch. I'm not saying a whole lot. I'm saying probably about 2 to 3 pounds, depending on the unit, of electrical wire. Some of your outside units have circuit boards that'll contain different components on it that can be resold. Capacitors on them, you can test them. They're good. Then you can sell those to a refrigerant repair guy. He'll buy them, and as long as you mark on them what they came off of, the year, the make, the model, he can pretty much use those in his repair business. So if they test good, he gets those back. I get $1.50 per capacitor that tests good. So if I get $1.50 per capacitor that tests good, then he's charging me $5 to evacuate. I've only got $3.50 in it. So $3.50, I for sure can make that money back. So, but anyway, y'all look out for future videos. I'm gonna try to get another one out this weekend, hopefully. So y'all look out for that. Give me a like, a share, drop me a comment. I'd be glad to respond to them. And y'all have a great day. See you later.